You don't have to be an artist to achieve this, or with just one form of art. It's about the spirituality of creating. It's our birthright to create. Therefore, we are all creators. In this video, I will be going over some of the many benefits of incorporating art into your spiritual practice. So what makes art beneficial for your spiritual practice? First, let me start off by saying art is not just about creating. It's also about connecting to your higher self, connecting with the universe, your energies, your emotions, your thoughts, connecting with the people around you, connecting with how you view the world, and just who you are at the core of your being, who you strive to be. And when you merge art with a spiritual practice, you're not just painting or sculpting or writing or just performing the action. You're actually meditating. You're also reflecting. You're also manifesting your deepest emotions, thoughts onto a canvas, or whatever your medium is of choice. You don't have to be an artist to achieve this, or with just one form of art. It's about the spirituality of creating something, bringing something out of your mind into the physical. I believe that we all are creative in different ways. I feel like anybody can connect with that part of them if they choose to, at their will. It's our birthright to create. Therefore, we are all creators. And as spiritual people, I feel we can all benefit from creating art in some form of fashion as another way to release, cleanse, whatever you do to keep yourself balanced spiritually, mentally, and physically. If you do have like a similar struggle that I have in letting things out and not holding things in and expressing yourself effectively, I'm going to go over a list of the actual benefits that I found from my own experience with incorporating art into my spiritual practice. So here we go. So the first benefit I found was the ability to be able to express yourself, and not only express yourself but actually find who you are and learn really about yourself by creating some form of art, whether it is writing, a journal entry, painting something, drawing something, dancing, whatever you're into. Expression of identity, learning your identity, that just about sums the first benefit up. Healing is a very good tool to use to start your healing process. It's not an end all be all, it's not like a cure or nothing like that. It's just like any other ritual or mindful activity that we do, that is just it just can help just as much. And different things work for different people. So that's another reason why I wanted to do this video, because I don't really often see people trying that out or seeing if something like that will work for them. So yeah, so that's why I just decided to just try to help and just offer people alternative. So yeah, so it's really a good tool and a good way to heal and go inside yourself and release what's bothering you, release what's wearing you down, getting it out of you, because it's really not good to let like those negative emotions fester. That's not the best thing to do. So if you struggle with meditating, if you struggle with, you know, the things that everyone has already like mentioned, even struggle with journaling, like whatever, try looking into art, try looking into like doing like some therapeutic art exercises. And again, you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to be like the best like drawer, the best paint. No, this is not like about like the skill of art. This is more about like, you know, the creativity that art can give. So yeah, so that is number 2, a tool for healing. And another one is you can really gain like a sense of empowerment within yourself, because it's so like healing, and it's so like releasing, and it's so personal. Just being able to tackle and process something that's wearing you down and heal your pain, it makes you feel powerful and more confident within yourself. And like, for example, I always struggled with expressing my feelings, like voicing my opinions, voicing my feelings, voicing, you know, like anything that I had something to say about. I didn't really know how to like express it in a way where people can understand or listen, until I started creating art. So that just, you know, brought me to the conclusion, like, okay, maybe I need to stick to this. Maybe this is just, you know, my way of communicating. Maybe this is like my voice. So yeah, so that really like made me feel empowered. That really made me feel like what I have to say is getting across to people. I may not be the best speaker in the world, but I can utilize art as an alternative to better assert my presence. So it's a way to feel empowered. That's just from my experience, how art makes me feel empowered. You may start creating something, and it may be like a different narrative. It may be like it can go so many ways, and that's what I love about art. It's so subjective, you know, it's so like in the eye of the beholder. So yeah, so that's empowerment. And the next thing would be, it gives you a way to celebrate the things that are most important to you. Like people I see that create art, like you can always tell what's important to them and what their interests are and what their stances are. Like, take artists for example, like some artists I've seen are more on the Black history, culture, Black culture, and you know, like the civil rights movement and stuff, like very, very big on history. Those are like the historian artists. And then you got like, you know, people who are really like big on their religion and very like devoted Christians. So you will see that you will see like a lot of like Christian artists who would paint, you know, a lot of like religious symbols and, you know, messages and stuff like that. Then you got artists who, you know, are a little freaky side, and they like to paint, you know, they like to create, like, I don't know, like sex and the woman's body and the beauty of, you know, of a man and a woman getting down, you know. That's creation, you know. Some artists, like, they are really into like erotica, like, you know, sensual, you know, things. So, and like for me, for example, like it's more so like my spirituality for me. Like that's my biggest inspiration. So yeah, so being able to just celebrate what matters most to you. As I said, as I keep saying, you don't have to be an artist. It's just, I just use artists as an example, but it's people that, you know, just create, they make things. It's so many routes you can take in the realm of creating and in the realm of art. So it's just so many routes you can take. You just gotta, I guess you just gotta find, you know, find what speaks to you and find what works for you. That's about it. Another benefit will be meditation and mindfulness. I think I'm gonna do like a separate video about this because I think this is like I think this could be like very like helpful to somebody, because I found that I've noticed that some people have a hard time like just meditating in like the traditional way, like, you know, crossing your legs, holding, you know, closing your eyes and quieting your mind. Like a lot of people have like do struggle with, you know, maybe it's not for it's not for everybody, you know. So I feel art can serve as an alternative. Art can be another way. Someone who's probably having trouble with meditating like the old-fashioned traditional way, it doesn't mean like they can't meditate. It's just like maybe they just need to meditate in a different way. And I feel like art is nothing but a big old meditation. It really helps you stay present. Any way you can get in that flow, you got it. You can meditate. So that's one way. Meditation is a good tool for meditation and mindfulness. Community, connecting with other people. The spiritual journey can be very lonely. It's easy for you to begin to isolate yourself. It's easy for you to begin to feel like nobody understands you. You know, everybody, you know, I've grown out of like everybody around me. I feel so alone. Nobody's like on my level mentally anymore. It can be lonely. You feel isolated. So when you get into something like a creative art form, you meet other people who are also into that particular art form. And with y'all being into the same thing, you most likely are gonna have something in common. You know, if you're both drawn to the same form of art or form of creating. So that's another way. I've met so many like other painters and other artists who are like so dope, so cool. That really helps to not feel like you're just like alone and you're different from everybody and nobody's into what you're into or nothing like that. It's a great way to build community, to have other people who are like-minded, who like doing what you do. So that's one. Community and connection. And last but not least, spiritual growth. You can incorporate it into like one of your rituals, or you can create a new ritual with your, you know, that has to do with your newfound art form. That's another way. I found that I can set my intentions with my medium of art that I'm into, like through painting. I can set my intentions, I can manifest, I can communicate with like my ancestors. I can open like so many like portals in my mind that I don't usually can open like when I'm not creating something. So yeah, so it's great for that. You know, even journaling, but that's writing, like that's even an art form. It sounds very cliche, but and I know like a lot of people say it all the time, journal, but it's because like it really does work. Like it really does help you get stuff out, get stuff into perspective, and just process everything that you may have been going through. I found solutions to my problems through writing, through journaling. I do it through painting too, but yeah, either way, I'm creating something, you know. So I found answers to my problems while I'm journaling, while I'm writing. So yeah, so that is a big one. So try that if you haven't already. Those are just a few of many to stay on your path and finding solutions to your problems, you know, within yourself, rather than having to like go out and ask people. You can sit there, you could be creating something, and the spirit will basically like send you, you know, the answer. You know, it's crazy. Like, it's because you're opening up your mind, you're thinking outside the box, you're creating something, so you're already like out of your logic, you know, more so and more so in your intuition. So yeah, so hopefully you found this valuable. Hopefully this helped someone who needed to hear it. So I just encourage you to embrace art, embrace creating, embrace your spiritual practice, and just try it out and see if it works for you. And if it does, just let it guide you, heal you, help you grow. So yeah, so until we meet again, peace and blessings. Bye.